I've mentioned before that when it comes to football games, back in the SNES days, there was a wide selection, as opposed to today where it seems to simply more or less be a choice of FIFA or PES. So I thought that it was about time that I looked at another one. So here I am looking at Super J League Soccer, which was made by Hudson Soft. If you're a fan of the SNES, you've most likely to have heard of Hudson due to their most popular series of games, Bomberman. Or if you're into Mario, you might have heard of them due to the fact that they made the first 8 Mario Party games for Nintendo. On a side note, Hudson Soft ceased to exist as a company in March of 2012 and was merged with Konami Digital Entertainment, although Konami intend to carry on using the Hudson name. Now, the first thing I'm going to say about Super J League is that it has a wonderful intro. But the truth is, you can't describe what the game does when left to its own devices as an intro, really, as there's not a story. What it really is more like an arcade track mode. Basically, some lively football music with a nice chant running through it's played, while the game goes from showing you a bit of in-game footage to pictures of clapping fans to the game's name, and then back to what can best be described as football comic strip pictures. It almost reminded me of one of those brilliant Amiga software demonstration discs you used to get, the type that would show you pictures and graphics and music just for the purpose of entertainment. If you can't tell, this is something I really like about this game. Now, originally I didn't realise when I started playing this that what I'd been playing was a fairly common game. A game which came out in England with some minor alterations. You're more likely to have heard of it by this name. In England it was called Virtual Soccer. Basically, all they did was put in the English language and change the teams from Japanese First Division teams to national teams. In the process of buying games for this series of reviews, I very nearly went and bought Virtual Soccer, which would have meant I'd wasted my money buying the same game twice. Something I did notice was that the game had a speed option, and you could play at a normal speed or fast speed, but even normal speed's quite fast, and this is something I like. You can choose to play from 2 views. I choose the overhead view most of the time, which to me makes it look like a game I'm sure most of you will have heard of, Kickoff. I found it hard to shoot, but then I'm usually bad at these kinds of games. Passing didn't seem to go quite where I wanted it to go, but unlike the last football game I played, the ref at least seemed fair when calling for yellow cards when I was fouled or when I fouled the computer. When you manage to score, there's a satisfying goal. The sort of noise I wanted to hear in the last football game I played, but I still don't think enough fuss is made for my taste. You can see the little man celebrating as he runs away, but I want to see it more close up. I want to see players punching the air, hugging each other in a cartoon panel or a close-up or something like that. I'm glad this game exists because I love having a wide variety of choices, and there are things I like about this game. The presentation, the speed, the goal soundbite after you score. I guess I'd give this game a 5 out of 10, despite it giving me some of the things I said I wanted to see in a football game during my last football game review. It was a step forward in some areas and 2 steps backwards in others. Fortunately for anyone who'd like to try this game, the English PAL cart can be got from eBay. I've seen it go for around £3 to £5. I paid £2.25 for the Japanese version, including free postage. This does raise an interesting point about importing though. The fact games can change from region to region, so sometimes some research is useful to make sure you're not buying an altered version of something you already own. So I guess I'm still searching for my perfect SNES football game. Maybe I'll find it one day. Thank you for listening.